Okay, as creators and filmmakers, I think we all obviously know that AI is coming. And every day it's just getting better and better. And I think we also all know that there's a pretty strong concern or fear around our job security because of AI. But what if AI is actually the best thing, or one of the best things, that could happen for us? Let me explain. So today I want to walk you through a different way of thinking about this. It's part of a conversation that I honestly haven't really heard people mentioning online. And I think by the end of it, you might have changed a little bit about your thought process regarding AI and video creation. So I brought you out here because this is one of my favorite hikes around where I live. I haven't been out here in years, but I love this place. I don't know about you, but every time I look online right now and I see anything about AI, the vast majority of it is just, it's fear driven, right? It's all about how AI is gonna steal all of our jobs and we aren't just gonna be able to do anything anymore. We're just all gonna be homeless, right? Now, granted, there are definitely a few creators out there that feel the complete opposite, and I happen to be one of them. But I'm not gonna lie and pretend that at the very beginning of this whole AI journey that I wasn't very fearful myself. And in fact, I actually was very frustrated. You know, it pissed me off to think how will you know how good somebody truly is if everything is just done for them? Now what's gonna show our skills? And actually, beyond it just pissing me off, it made me wanna fight against AI. It made me wanna be like, you know what, but I'm not gonna use AI. I'm only gonna do it this way because I'm gonna prove that I can do this by myself. Then I started thinking more and more and more about it. And I started taking into consideration my history as a creator and what I've seen over my years working with social media. And the more and more and more I learn about AI, the more I've come to the conclusion that I believe AI might actually be one of the best things that's ever happened for us as creators. Let me plead my case a little bit here. Social media as a whole, right? Think back when it started out as MySpace, okay, then it went on to Facebook. Facebook, when it started, was all about just your friends. Hey, these are my friends, and I just want to tell them what I'm doing, and everything was very uncurated, very raw, very, realistic and just authentic, right? And that was awesome, but then eventually Instagram came around. And Instagram was all about curation. It was all about the perfect feed. It was all about photographers showing off their amazing skills. And it was always about this really super beautiful grid, right? We all remember that. But then what happened? Society got kind of bored with the overall perfection, and they realized that perfection isn't real, and that's not what real life is like. And society started wanting more authenticity. So then Instagram started to introduce stories, because that was the way that we could kind of, as creators, interact with people on a more authentic level. But remind yourself that that wasn't because creators wanted to be more authentic. That was because viewers wanted more authenticity. YouTube comes around, and when YouTube first started, it was very, very uncurated. That started to grow, and people did really well. But then over time, people started coming on the platform that were better and better and better, and they started upping that ante more and more and more and more. And all of this work started to get much more curated. So social media has been doing this cyclical thing, right? And I believe that now it's splitting into kind of two lanes. There's hyper curated stuff on YouTube that is performing really well, almost Netflix quality. But then there's also these extremely just authentic, no editing, long form, the most simplified videos you can imagine, a long story from Instagram, if you will, that are also performing exceptionally well. And I think this is the cyclical thing that's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen continuously. People are gonna move into wanting more authenticity. They're getting over this whole curated feel, and they want to feel like they're connected with the person that they're watching. Now, this is kind of specific to creators, but the point being is, as a society, we don't want, or I would argue even like, perfection. And that's what AI aims to do. It doesn't aim to create the natural imperfections that us as humans will create. It creates perfection. It's its goal. And everything feels a little bit too right. Now, I have another channel. I have this channel about videography and cinematography and gear and stuff like that. And then my other channel is about hair. It's my main channel. I've reaching close to 700,000 subscribers on that. It's been my full-time career for the past 5 years, and I have made hundreds and hundreds of videos for that. But when I first started, I was doing a lot of that kind of, more cinematic kind of stuff, the more fun stuff that for me at least was fun to create. But my audience really wasn't into that. That's not what they needed. So I found myself stopping doing that. I stopped creating that because I had to focus as that channel grew on more content for that channel. And because it was growing and there's more stuff going on, I had less time to just kind of hang out and learn skills from videography. And so I stopped trying to be creative because I didn't need to be creative. I learned what worked on that channel and I just kept on doing those things. And what I've learned over time is that as we don't stress or don't work that creative muscle, it starts to fail us, right? And so the more you use AI simply as a crutch to do everything for you, you're gonna lack some of that creativity over time. It's gonna go away. And that, I think, is gonna be a huge hindrance, not just to the people that use it, but to your potential clients or your potential boss who's looking for that creative edge, right? Now, we've already agreed that if you don't practice your creativity, then you're not gonna be as creative, right? You're gonna lose some of that skill set, if you will. One of the biggest concerns that I hear all the time when it comes to AI is the more people input into it, the more information people give, the better it's gonna get, right? It's gonna get more technically capable. And that is the biggest concern. Like, that's the thing that's gonna make sure that it just kind of hoses everyone and it replaces all of our jobs. All right, well, if that's true, then let me walk you through this. Let's say you're watching a movie or a documentary, okay? Could you tell the difference between something that, say, Christopher Nolan created and something that, say, Mark Bone created, right? And let me actually put that up a notch. Imagine that you gave both of them the exact same script, everything was the same story, and you said, create a movie around this, right? Would they just end up looking exactly the same? Like, would it be just a carbon copy replica of each other? No, right? Of course it wouldn't. Why wouldn't it? Why would it not be the exact same output? Because technically, they both have the same technical skills, okay? Yes, there's differences, obviously, between the two. But in terms of creating a film, they both have the technical capability to get that done. So what separates them? Why would it be different? It's not the what, okay? It's the why. Because they're gonna tell a story different because they're different storytellers, right? It isn't a matter of what they are capable of creating. It's the way that they will interject a specific emotion into one scene on purpose. It's the why they put that there. Why did they want you to feel a certain way right now? That's going to be different between the two of them. It's going to be entirely different if I worked in the same movie. It would be way worse if I did it. But you get the point, right? So yes, AI will absolutely replace, on some level, some of our technical needs. But I don't think that that inherently means that it replaces us. When the pandemic originally hit, I created a course, an online course, that taught people how to cut and color their hair at home. Stylists, not all, but a lot, were pissed. I was sharing stuff that shouldn't be shared, and I was stealing their clients, right? They were fearful that I kind of was becoming AI. Okay, I was gonna take their job from them. Hey, why would people come to the salon and pay when they could just do it at home? And to me, that always seemed insane. Do you not go out to eat simply because there are microwavable meals? That's the whole thing, right? Like, AI will replace some of our skills, okay? There's no question about that. But it doesn't replace the human component that we bring to the equation. And I think that's where this whole mindset of lack, right? This concern that everything's gonna be lost, I think that's a detriment to us. It doesn't help us in any way. So I'm noticing something else on my other channel that's really making me feel like I'm pretty much on the right track with all this, or making me feel more confident about it. So I basically have an educational channel, okay? I teach people about hair. So I might teach people how to work with their face shape, right? And the fact of the matter is, this is all stuff that AI now has access to. So just as easily as somebody could watch my video about how to determine your face shape, they could easily go on ChatGPT and say, how do I determine face shape? And it would explain how. They don't need me anymore, right? In the same way that we're concerned that AI is going to take the need for us out of the equation. But what I'm realizing is that people are more interested now in my opinion-based videos. So really what they want to see is my take on certain things, right? If you have a round face shape, how do you determine you have a round face shape? Well, you do X, Y, and Z. But what do I think about round face shapes and how hair works regarding them? That's what people want to know. And that's why I think that the concern of AI completely replacing us, I just don't know that that's a concern we necessarily need to have. Because I think that there's always going to be a place in people's heart, a place in their desires for a little bit of the human side, that human element that, well, only humans have. There's that. I mean, obviously it's a little bit different, than AI and video making. But my point being is that in a lot of ways, informational stuff is one of the fastest to get replaced by AI. And so if this whole genre of education is one of the fastest ways that AI would replace somebody, and I still have not been at all replaced by it, it kind of tells me that maybe something else is happening. All right, let's agree on this, okay? I think we can agree on this because I already can feel like this is going to be striking some nerves with people. Let's agree on the fact that nobody, myself, you, no one else, has any idea what's actually going to happen. Okay, it's all speculation. We all have ideas of what could or may or may not, but we don't know for sure. Okay, so we can agree on that. I think we also could agree that it has the potential to be a really strong tool or a really terrible option or a really terrible thing. Since we can agree on that, I think we also could agree that you and I are the only people that have control over what we do and how we react to this potential concern. The way I see it, I have two options, okay? I can either look at this in a fearful mindset and think about all the different ways that it's going to replace me and that nothing's going to be the same and everything's going to be terrible and everybody's just going to be hosed. Or I could look at this in the light of, all right, how can I use this as a tool to better my life and my potential career in the future? Imagine that you utilize AI for what I believe it should be, which is another tool in your toolbox, something that allows you to do things that you wouldn't be able to do previously. And I don't just mean like transitions and stuff like that. I mean just in general, deep research on specific topics, whatever it is, okay? So you use it as the tool, or you use it to free up time so that you can focus your energy and your time on the other skill sets that are necessary for you to win in the future. One of those skill sets obviously being storytelling, right? So what if you took the time that you would be doing X, Y, or Z that AI is now fully capable of, like for instance, helping to cut up some of the A-roll, right? Or stuff like that, okay? Or maybe creating a transition that you really want to create that moves your story forward in a specific way, but you know that doing it manually is just a time suck. And if AI can do it for you, then it cuts some of that time off of your plate. Maybe you take that extra time and you focus that time now that you've earned back, right, on something like, hey, I can dump that into really thinking through my storytelling a little bit better, or learning new skill sets around storytelling, or whatever, right? You're basically using this as the tool that I believe it's meant to be to help yourself become more marketable in the future, not less marketable. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to minimize this or say that there aren't some potential positions that could be affected in a negative way. I'm saying that since we don't know what is going to happen right now, us living in the fearful side and the lack mindset isn't going to help us in any way. We can't stop things from happening if they were going to be damaging to us, right? We can't all of a sudden make AI just quit getting better and make less people want to use it, okay? But we can affect our relationship with the way that we utilize it, and we can affect our relationship with the way that we think about it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's my thoughts. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Thanks for hanging out today. If you like this, do me a favor and subscribe. I appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.